So last week I was just bringing on another high-tech employee from here in the greater Seattle area. And as part of the process that we go through, usually we consolidate down that junk drawer of accounts on the personal side, IRAs, investment accounts, that kind of thing. And then I help them with their company sponsored plans. There's a little bit less flexibility in what you can invest in those company plans. But the one thing that I always help all my clients with is rearranging their tax situation. So in another video I have on here, I actually explain how high income earners can utilize Roth 401k to pay lower taxes. And a lot of times when I come to this part of the conversation, and I was just having this with this couple, I said, look, I need both of you to log in right now, and I walk them through it. We're gonna switch you over to Roth 401k. And that sounds pretty good because we're creating tax-free wealth, but then almost universally people stop and they say, well, oh no, I'm gonna have to pay taxes on this money this year. And I say, yes, unfortunately, that's gotta happen. Now you have to pay taxes at some point. I say, but what we really wanna do is we actually wanna maximize your tax burden today. And that stops a lot of people in their tracks. So this video is really about avoiding a tax time bomb and the 3 big reasons why you wanna pay more in taxes now to avoid a big tax time bomb later. The first reason why I tell people that you wanna pay more taxes now in 2024 than you probably ever will again is because from a historical standpoint, if you look here, now this stops in 2018, but the tax code hasn't really changed in the last 4 or 5 years, although it's about to change. If you look here, whether you're talking about the top marginal tax rate or the bottom marginal tax rate, taxes used to be at their peak about 3 times higher than they are right now. If you go and get that pay stub and you make $200,000 for the year and you find yourself having to pay $30,000 in taxes over the year, that may seem like a big number to you, and I get that. The problem is, historically in this country, if you look, no matter where you fall in the tax brackets, that number 50 years ago might not have been $30,000, it might have been $90,000. So from a historical standpoint, you're getting a very good deal on personal income tax rates today. So that's why I'm a big proponent of Roth 401k, Roth conversions, mega Roth conversions, and some other alternative assets you can invest in to create tax-free wealth. Reason number 1, you're getting a good deal, goes right into reason number 2. The good deal you're getting on taxes today are coming at a time when our national debt is something like 40 trillion with a T, $40 trillion of unfunded national debt. So reason number 2 is that with the national debt out of control, there's only 2 ways the government can balance a budget. They can spend less or they can tax more. You have to ask yourself, if historically taxes used to be 3 times as high, but our national debt was relatively low, and now our national debt is very high, where do we think taxes are gonna go in the future? I don't see any way that the government can't significantly raise income tax rates into the future. So again, I'm a tax-free warrior when it comes to all my clients, but especially the younger you are and the more money you make, it's much more important for you to create tax-free wealth using every available tool in the arsenal. And number 3, for some of you near retirees and people who are looking towards that next part of their life, is we want to avoid dropping a tax bomb on the next generation. So think about it this way. If you retire today with $2 million in 2024, and let's say a good responsible financial advisor can help you grow that $2 million while still producing the income you need, and in 30 years, if you die with, call it $4 million in the bank, and all that money is pre-tax. So if that money is in a bucket, like an IRA that has never been taxed, and then you pass that on to your kids who are then 60 years old, executives at companies, started their own business, and they're earning the most money they've ever earned before, and all of a sudden you drop this tax bomb into their life, you're gonna be putting that tax bomb into their life at a time when most likely taxes will be much higher and they're earning the most income they'll ever earn. Those are the 3 big reasons why I tell people to pay your taxes now in 2024 to avoid that big tax hit later. So I hope you found that helpful. If you want to ask any questions, you can ask them in the comments below and I'll try to respond to them when I have time. Hopefully this will help you arrange your tax situation a little bit better to avoid a lot of pain later.